Hey YouTube, and thank you guys for tuning in to episode 75 of Side Hustle Tuesdays, part of our side hustling series where each week we share a different, unique, and real life story about someone starting a side hustle and making money outside of their 9-to-5 job. Today's story shares something in common with a lot of these stories we talk about. Oftentimes, when someone has a problem or a pain point, that presents an opportunity, and that's how today's side hustle started. Liz, today's side hustler, was a first-generation Ukrainian American who found a way to turn her love of shopping not only into a way to pick up cheap but stylish threads for herself, but also into a business that makes her over $1,000 a month doing something she loves. Today's side hustle story is brought to you by Terapeak, the #1 e-commerce analytics software on the market. From showing you eBay's hottest selling products and categories, to helping you vet the competition, source products, and even helping you to create eBay listings with the best and most highly searched keywords, Terapeak does it all. For a free 14-day trial to test out Terapeak for yourself, check the description box below. Today's side hustle is about Liz Zavoyski. By day, Liz is a development lead for an entertainment company. However, nights and weekends, she runs Odessa Ray, a vintage, customized online clothing shop. Now, Liz never planned on opening a clothing shop. This business came about completely by accident, as so many businesses we talk about tend to. An accidental eBay purchase and the launch of a friend's blog started this business. More on that later. So Liz grew up in Brooklyn, New York. She was the daughter of 2 Ukrainian immigrants, and they didn't have a ton of money growing up. So when Liz grew up and started attending NYU, she experienced some culture shock being around people with a lot of money, and it made her self-conscious about her own wardrobe. This led Liz to begin exploring New York's vintage clothing shop scene. Liz could find unique and fashionable one-of-a-kind items, and typically at a pretty cheap price, and this turned into a love of pre-owned and vintage items. A couple years later down the road, a friend of Liz was launching a new blog, and she wanted a custom piece of clothing with her blog name on it to use for a photo shoot for the blog. Liz and her friend found a vintage denim jacket on eBay. Now, neither of them had ever used eBay before, and somehow they wound up placing a bid on the jacket, and next thing they know, they won the item. A few days later, the jacket showed up in the mail, so Liz wound up borrowing a sewing machine from a friend and spent all of a day watching YouTube videos learning how to sew. She wound up making a jacket with a bunch of funky patches and designs on it. Now, Liz's friend loved the jacket so much that in addition to using it as her blog header, she also posted about it on social media and just kind of half-jokingly said, "If anyone wants one, you should contact my friend Liz," and tagged Liz in the post. Well, within a half hour of that post going up, Liz had her first client and made her first sale. Liz then wound up setting up a website, and because she was selling an item that was so unique and one of a kind, she wound up getting a lot of organic media attention. Her designs were featured in magazines like Elle Magazine, In Style, and even on E! News. And a buyer at a Soho fashion store in New York saw one of these pieces and invited Liz to do a 4-day pop-up shop in their store. It wound up being such a hit and going so well, they wound up extending that 4-day pop-up shop into a 4-week pop-up shop. Liz used some of this money to redo her site. She began hiring professional photographers and even bought a camera and learned to take photos herself. Her total startup costs were around $3,000 for a sewing machine, a website, and materials. But she bought all this stuff slowly over time as she made sales and made money, so it wasn't all up front, and she started this fairly cheaply. The majority of her customers find Liz either through Pinterest, Instagram, or these organic press articles. Liz has spent $0 on paid advertising or marketing, and she updates her site about once a month with new items. Liz is still working at her job. She loves the career she started and really has no plans on leaving at this point. But she also has a money-making side hustle on the side, bringing in an additional $1,000 or more per month. What's really cool is instead of paying money and wasting time getting an MBA, like a lot of her NYU friends, Liz is learning about entrepreneurship, marketing, and running a business by actually doing it and making money while doing so. That to me sounds a lot better than sitting in a boring class and paying $100,000 for an MBA. Liz says one thing that she loves about entrepreneurship is that aside from earning money, it's actually both a confidence booster and really rewarding seeing people actually enjoy her designs and what she's making and having people appreciate your work and wanting to buy and wear something that you've made. It's validation, and that's one of her favorite parts. Anyhow, guys, I really like today's story. I like that it was born out of a pain point, i.e. she herself not being able to afford expensive designer clothes. I like that this is kind of a flipping business, something different than just ordering junky items off AliExpress. She was finding unique vintage items and making them more unique with her designs. One challenge of this business, however, is that it's somewhat tough to scale. So she's not selling the same item over and over. Liz actually has to not only go out and find all these items, but also craft them into something unique and then list each one of these unique items on her website. However, with the attention she's been getting from the media, and because these items are truly one of a kind, she can sell this stuff at a nice price, which makes up for that. Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's story. If so, please give this video a thumbs up, share it, drop us a comment, and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell below if you're not already subscribed to keep up to date and notified about upcoming Side Hustle Tuesday videos. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out, and I'll catch you next week for another episode of Side Hustle Tuesdays.